Oh, we're recording. I was waiting for OBS to load. I'm sorry. Hello, friends. That sounded weird. We're not friends. You don't know me. We're on the opposite end of the world, I guess. Unless you happen to live in the same place as me. But okay, we're gonna be reacting to... Wait. Let's make sure everything's still working. As you can see, I adjusted the camera a bit. We're gonna be reacting to the You Laugh, You Lose challenge. Number 22. Well, I'm gonna count this as number 1 because, well, it's my first time doing a Try Not to Laugh challenge on camera, and I've never seen this one yet, so let's do it. Bah.
I have no soul. Have a nice day.
I don't have one either.
Sorry. Oh. Why did I close OBS? I'm sorry. Didn't mean to do that.
I know I shouldn't, but these muffins are delicious.
And we'll share our favorite recipes later in the hour, but first our guest says, don't give in to road rage. Stay calm behind the wheel and coolly plot your road revenge. Danny Preston is a defensive driving instructor who teaches people how to control their temper behind the wheel. Welcome, Danny.
Well, thanks for having me.
Danny, we've all been there. There's nothing I hate more than getting cut off.
That drives me nuts. I want to scream out my window.
But ultimately, getting into an argument with a stranger isn't going to accomplish anything but stress you out.
Well, how should you respond instead?
Yeah.
Take a deep breath, count to 10, then follow the other driver home.
Well, you don't...
Why am I'm like holding in the laugh, and it's not even funny.
want to get into a fight on the highway.
Right. Once you know where he lives, you could sneak into his house every couple of weeks, rearrange a bunch of things. Something that says, you're out there, and you're unpredictable.
Sounds like that's safer than losing your temper.
Anger's just one letter away from danger.
Ooh.
I like that.
You want to stay zen, keep your mind clear, and put a plan in place that will ruin the other driver's chance at a happy future.
Now, you also talk a lot about empathy, putting yourself in the other driver's shoes.
Exactly, Jim. Just last week, I was waiting for a stoplight to change when some angry driver behind me was leaning on the horn.
I hate that.
But then I remembered, he's human, just like me. He has a family that loves him, and that's an exploitable weakness. And I started...
So that gives you the right to break in his house and rearrange things? I
sending him videotapes, hours-long videotapes filmed outside his parents' home. Now, he's frantic and confused, but I always say you can't give angry drivers the satisfaction of knowing why their parents are being filmed, which is why I call him every night from a payphone and just recite a series of cryptic numbers that don't mean anything.
Calm, cool, collected. I love it.
Now, something a lot of people want to know. What if someone's getting angry about your driving?
You can't let it get to you. For example, in 1996, some guy gave me the middle finger after I cut him off. I recognized him from TV. That's when I decided to become a defensive driving instructor, developing the skills I needed to eventually be invited on his show as an expert. Now, once you're there, it's just a simple matter of switching out his muffins with the ones you made yourself. Those muffins were pretty good, weren't they, Jim? How many did you eat?
What? I don't know.
Thank you so much for sharing.
Oh no. I get it. Oh dear God.
Sharing your tips, Danny.
Danny is not my true name.
Mr. President, is this where you wanted to meet? Is
Wait, hold on. Elmo's the president now?
everything okay?
Elmo doesn't get it, Hank. Why isn't the world bowing down to Elmo? He's tried everything. But the fake news, it's too fake and it's too news. Elmo doesn't know. Maybe he just shouldn't be president anymore.
Well, maybe you're right.
What?
Maybe you should give up. You know, you don't have to be president. There's so many other fun things you could do, sir.
Yeah, that's crazy talk. I mean, what's President Elmo without president? Just Elmo, and that's, ugh, that sounds weird.
Look at me, sir. You could be doing anything else. Literally anything else. Look at me. You could be doing anything. Listen to the words I am saying.
Give me some your haters in a bottle, become a phone call, and then an evil ray that'll make our hands smaller. There's so many opportunities, I don't know why I'm being so hesitant. Yeah, you can fly in the sky with your million bags of money, and the baby girl of bonds where it's always nice and sunny. But whenever you do, stop being the freaking president. Oh yeah. Now give me a moment to level with you. I know you don't like the thing, but if you think about it just for a second, then you know that it's true. And you can go and do a bunch of white rich people things while the rest of us die without accomplishing a thing. Now doesn't that just sound too good to be true? Well, guess what? It's not, because you're literally rich. You can do what you want. You can buy your own planet in your own font. Also, please just leave us alone. It's long overdue.
You're not a bad song.
So, what did you think, sir? Huh? Did I get through to you?
Yeah. You know, this song really spoke to Elmo. And Elmo thinks that he just has to be ruler of the world.
Through the night with the light from above, from the mountains to the prairies, to the oceans white with gold. God bless America, my home sweet home. God bless America, my home sweet
I didn't get that. Not on the phone. Never mind. Sorry, I just heard my phone ringing. Oh, I don't know who that was, but okay.
Believe me, we need to build a wall. Build a wall. Build a wall. Believe me, we need to build a wall.
And nobody builds walls better than me, believe me. And I'll build them very inexpensive. Some of the fake news said, I don't think Donald Trump wants to build the wall. Can you imagine if I said we're not going to build the wall? Fake news. Fake news.
As soon as Kyle Johnson heard about his school's policy of requiring...
He can't build a wall. He can't. It's not allowed. How are we gonna get tacos? Think about it though, we need our tacos. Can't just build a wall in the land of the tacos.
students to take a foreign language to graduate, he knew it was un-American.
I just basically thought Spanish sucked. What's the point? I'm American. I speak American.
Rather than go along with the policy, Kyle began boycotting his Spanish homework and leaving his tests blank. Kyle also lost one of his Spanish textbooks and bravely spilled a Mountain Dew all over another.
Do you see yourself following in the footsteps of great Americans like Thomas Paine or Paul Revere?
Yeah, totally. I've never heard of those guys, but I'm not going to do any Spanish shit, and no one's going to make me.
But like many other patriots throughout history, Kyle's views did not always make him popular. His classmates dismissed him as obnoxious and a moron. His teacher even punished him for his principled stand against Spanish.
How did you find the strength to keep going when people tried to silence your message?
I don't really care what they think.
Rather than be forced to learn a foreign language on American soil, Kyle eventually stopped going to Spanish class entirely and courageously began spending that time in the convenience store parking lot down the street from his school, trying to convince homeless people to buy him cigarettes.
Kyle, everyone at the Onion News Network was so inspired by your patriotic fight that we actually created a petition against your Spanish teacher. Over 80,000 viewers signed it. Due to that extreme pressure, your school was forced to fire Senorita Miller today.
Really? That's awesome. She sucks.
Thank you, Kyle Johnson, for reminding us that it's not just our troops who are fighting every day for our freedom.
Wasn't funny. First off, let me say something about that. I understand Spanish class. Can't get my words out. Nobody wants to go there. Seriously, everybody hates it. Let's think about it. Who wants to learn another language? Like, you live in America, like, seriously. But, like, you could still take it. Like, if you really don't want to do it, then don't do it. But if you want to do it, do it. You don't have to go ahead and fire your Spanish teacher just because it's so dumb. I don't know, but, like, that was very non-funny.